Welcome to the Tucson NetworKings podcast. I'm your host, Gordy Seward, along with master networker and sales guru, Don Zavis. Together, we talk about how to get the most of your business networking in Southern Arizona. We'll discuss tips, tricks, what to do, what not to do, with some amazing people that know how to build lasting business relationships from this thing called business networking. So strap in and enjoy the show. Welcome, everybody, to the Tucson NetworKings podcast. My name is Gordy. I'm your host, along with co-host Don Zavis. Hello. Welcome, Don. And we have a great guest for you today. I had a previous podcast about networking in Tucson, and I had this person on before. He's amazing. He's got some great information. Welcome, Jeff Saunders of Lady Baba Does Promo.
Thank you, Gordy. Thanks, Don. Hello. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you.
Great guy with a funny-sounding business name, but we'll probably get into that story. So Jeff and I go back for a little ways, and Jeff is I kind of nickname him Mr. BNI. The guy, really. Are you former president of your BNI chapter?
Former president.
Okay, you believe in BNI, and we'd like to talk a little bit about BNI.
Sure,
but mostly, Jeff does stuff. Jeff does tchotchkes, some things that you would bring to a networking event, things that that stand out, make your company pop, I believe is your tagline.
Make your brand pop.
That's right. Brand pop. Yeah. Exactly. So go ahead, Jeff, and tell us a little bit about what you do.
Sure. Well, Jeff Saunders. I own a company called Lady Baba Does Promo.
Okay.
So Lady Baba came from when I was in the mattress business. She was my sleep mascot.
Okay.
She's a 3-foot pink sheep, if you can zoom in there if you want. She does go to trade shows. That's usually the only time she makes an appearance. But basically anything swag, tchotchkes, anything you want to do to promote your brand, whether it's at a trade show or a networking event. I can do things as simple as business cards. Sometimes they're not so simple, but we can do business cards, tents, displays, you name it.
Nice. And you say you belong to a BNI chapter here in town?
I do. Yep. I'm currently in Sunrise Success.
Okay.
Next month will be 13 years in BNI.
Okay, you are Mr. BNI. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Awesome. What is it about BNI? What's the magic about BNI? What does BNI stand for? And you want to give us a...
So yeah, sure. I think BNI is coming up on its 40th anniversary, something like that.
Okay.
This year. I've been in it since 2012 when I started the mattress stores. Basically, the month after we opened, I met somebody that was in BNI, joined, and then I've been in ever since. Various roles. BNI stands for Business Networking International. It's a referral group, so it's not a social group. It's not a chamber, even though those are fantastic in their own right. But when you are in a group that meets once a week, with the sole purpose of giving referrals, you're going to get referrals, especially if you show up and you do the extra things that you need to do.
Sure.
Meet with the other members, you do your CEUs, show up on time. Mm-hmm. So
it's one of the things that attracted me to the BNI, and I've done my visitations and whatnot. But the fact that you guys track your dollar amount of the referrals, that means a lot. I mean, that you can see your ROI that you're getting out of the money and the time you've spent going to that BNI.
Absolutely. It's probably one of the only networking groups that actually has an app to do that. Mm-hmm. Okay. You can send referrals. You can visit chapters all over the world. They have 16,000 chapters worldwide, something like that. Don't quote me on that number, even though I've said it enough times, I should know it by heart. But yeah, exactly. You're sending referrals. You're tracking your business. That way, is this a good return on my investment? Some companies, industries do great. Some are a little bit more challenging, but there's a way to make them work, and you just have to know how to do it. And that's what we try to impart on our new visitors that join is, don't think of it as you're selling to this group. Think of it as you're selling to the people we know.
Right.
And
not selling to them,
some of us know a lot of people.
Right. Well, and the other idea, too, is if you think about it, for those that are new to networking, You know, they either don't have the discipline, they don't have a gift of gab, they don't feel comfortable just wandering up to someone. You can go in a group that is it's built to listen to you. And they're going to go into, you know, the 200 people that are circling their universe to look for opportunities for them. So, I mean, to me, that's the networking 101. That's ground zero that all of us, I mean, one of my first, you know, networking interactions was in a BNI chapter in Michigan. Because again, it was already built. You just kind of get into it, and it's structured.
It's very structured.
Here's the date. Here's the time. Here's who you talk to. Here's how you do it. And even if you're uncomfortable or not really disciplined to do it, they've got it really. And I love the idea of giver's gain. Yeah. I think that if you can embrace that, I mean, the more you put out, ultimately,
that's the core. Core meaning.
Yeah.
Theme
Absolutely.
of this show, every episode is
the giver's gain works with the chambers.
Yeah.
You start giving referrals to people, and then they're like, maybe I need to give this guy a referral.
Yeah.
Or maybe I need to do business with him, introduce him to somebody.
There's the feeling of reciprocity. If somebody does, if somebody gives a lead to you, you feel, I don't want to say obligated, but now you feel like it's on your radar. Now you want to be able to do that. Yeah.
So is there a cost to that, or how?
There is.
There's
an annual cost.
Okay.
You can pay for a 1, 2, or 5 year membership.
Okay.
Currently.
Okay.
You can actually, finance that cost now.
Okay.
That's
a
something
nice
new.
option. Yeah, for a small business.
But back to BNI, when I joined in 2012, I'd always worked for somebody else. I didn't have to, whether it was sales or retail or manufacturing or mortgage, all the other careers that I've had over the years. It taught you how to network. And when you go out and you meet people, how to work. You know, we've been to a networking group where you see the guy and he just tries to hand out as many business cards and get as many business cards back as
goes
he
there
can.
to sell.
And that's just not the way to do it. And BNI over 40 years has really been able to fine tune that way of networking, referral networking, building relationships.
And willingness to start new groups too.
Yeah.
You can become your own BNI chapter.
Oh, yeah.
So you liked it so much you stayed on as your own after you owned your own business.
Yep.
So what is the biggest advantage of BNI? If you can put it in one sentence.
The familiarity of meeting with the same people every week, getting to know them, doing business with them, doing social events with them.
Okay.
Our chapter's big on either meeting once a month for a happy hour or for breakfast, just to try to build those relationships. We're technically a hybrid group, so first meeting of the month we're in person, the other 3 are on Zoom. And, there's a knock on Zoom. Well, our biggest chapter in the region is on Zoom.
Really?
And they have quite a bit. Thank you for close of business. So it can be done just being in Zoom.
What's your favorite?
I like the hybrid.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know why? It's because I do a ton of networking. I'm out there enough.
Yeah.
Do I need 3 more in-person meetings in my schedule? Not really. So
Gotcha. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break here from our sponsor, and then we'll be right back, and we're going to talk about your current business and what you do and what you bring to the party. We'll be right back.
The Tucson Network Kings podcast is brought to you by Sarah Saunders, your local Tucson native real estate advisor with Russ Lyon Sotheby's International Realty, where luxury is an experience, not just a price point. Feel welcome to contact Sarah today at 520-305-6974. Arizona license SA 708-354-000.
And we are back. Thank you so much for joining us. We're chatting about the BNI world, Business Networking International. And we were actually just talking as we went out about the real value of that kind of organization. It's not only for new potential networkers, but even for seasoned ones. We tend to fall out of. It's easy to not have the discipline. It's easy, if I don't get something for Bob, no big deal. I'll catch him next week or next month. And I love the idea that it kind of doesn't force you, but there's an expectation that you really got to do something.
Well, you're a team.
Yeah, if you don't for a while, people are going to be like, hey, really, you got to get on the ball here.
Yep.
So
exactly.
So
okay. We got that out of the way. So now we're going to talk about So what are some, Jeff, and I think I asked you this in one of our other podcasts, but I know that was a year or so ago. What are some good things to make your brand pop? What are some good things to make your brand memorable, to make you memorable at a networking event? Something you might be able to bring, something you might give away as a door prize. Many events have door prizes, things like that. So give us, I know you brought a
Did you mention door prize?
Yes.
You brought a basket of goodies over here, so please tell us.
Tonight we have the Fourth Tuesday Mixer with the Marana Chamber of Commerce, and I brought my door prize for this evening. Okay. It's a basket this time. Sometimes I'll just do a tote bag, but it's got this really cool product, which you're very familiar with.
So we're going to have to go audio with this too, because we have an audio podcast as well. So explain it, please.
So this is a Vibe Bluetooth speaker tumbler.
One of my favorite door prizes that I always cross my fingers and hope to win, and I never win.
So I had to give him one.
He gave me one. He did give me one, but my sister wanted it more than I did, so I gave it to her.
So this is actually something that's useful. And if you didn't want to do the speaker, we have an option where you can do a power bank or a beacon light.
So it's a thermos mug?
It's a thermos, They come in 18 or 28 ounce options. I'm ordering 28-ounce options right now.
Nice, nice. It's got a little Bluetooth speaker at the bottom of it. Yeah. You imprint the company's name right on it?
Yep. You can put your logo on it. And as you can see from the one I'm drinking out of, you can put stickers on it.
Okay.
I didn't bring in the other one that has about 6 stickers on it. But
you had one had a light on it too? So if you're out sitting by the campfire, you can kick the light on, find your way back to the...
Or say you like to, go for a morning walk.
Okay.
With your coffee. Now you have your light to look for rattlesnakes.
Nice.
And...
Very nice.
Get back safely.
I think, again, going back to the last podcast, one of the questions I asked is what makes a good gift is a lot or a little, or what's your thoughts? I think your thought, without giving away your answer already, but I like that we covered that. So go ahead and tell me what your thoughts are. And should you buy a bunch of pens and give them out, or maybe invest in something like the Vibe to give out with your brand on it?
I do think that the nicer the gift, the more intrinsic value it has.
Okay.
It's going to stick around longer.
Okay.
That's where me and the customer will talk about what kind of events they're going to go to, what kind of things that they want to give away. I always try to do some theme things. Speaking of B&I and theme stuff, I just did this really cool Dice Mint. Tin can for the B&I Gala. The theme was Casino Royale. So this, so far I've gotten very good compliments on it. The cinnamon mints.
Cinnamon, one of my favorites,
are a hit. So, just trying to think of things that people are going to use, that's going to get the maximum amount of impressions. And then we can work with budget. I mean, I'm a solopreneur. If anybody can work with a budget, it's going to be me. So
now, door prizes aside, we can go back to door prizes. Would you say that just coming to an event with a bunch of goodies in your bag, just giving them out, makes an impact, or what's?
It can, but I just would maybe just give things to people that you talk to or that you know.
Okay.
I wouldn't just start handing out everything you can.
Okay.
I also think the value of a really good door prize is the FaceTime with the group.
Yeah.
If you're in front of a group of 200 people, you're not going to have an interaction with all of them. If you have a really good door prize, like a fabulous tumbler with a speaker in it, generally the person that's created the group, the facilitator, is going to give you at least 2 minutes. Jeff brought this. It's this great thing. Jeff, tell him about it. And now you have the ability to get up in front of the whole group for at least a couple of minutes for your investment into a really good door. The other thing is kids stuff. I found that every time we gave stuff that would be like you would take home to your kids, like trucks and not dolls, but things that are more kid oriented, those things found their way home. They would take them, they would give them
the stress balls, frisbees, and spinners.
Like that little football, right? That's the kind of stuff that would definitely go home because you'd give it to your kids and then they would want it. I mean, that was something, the retention value was always huge.
So I was kicking around the house at that point, right?
Yeah, well, whereas like a pen or something will go in the pen jar and there's 5,000 other named pens, or there was a protractors, I remember, the compasses that used to, rulers and stuff that isn't, even in the lexicon anymore, but I still think advertising specialties really has that place. There's that really cool interesting stuff that people are going to keep. I have a little Swiss Army knife that I got at an expo, and I have it to this very day, and I've actually seen it and called the people because I looked at their name on it.
Yeah. What else you got? What else would you recommend?
Well, you know
What's the book?
The book, it's a journal, so it's
Okay.
a full color. As you can see here,
It's a nice branded,
Yeah.
journal.
So it's got-
Okay.
It's like a gift.
Yep. And I've given this just by itself. I only have a few left, so they're
Okay.
making their way into the gift bag.
All right.
But
You get your little flashlights too.
yep, I got my
branded
little flashlight
flashlights.
in here somewhere.
That I still have one. I
Yep.
keep in my coat pocket.
So this one's kind of cool in that
Very
it has
slim.
a replaceable battery, so
Very
it doesn't
slim
end up
little
in the
flashlight.
landfill.
Yep.
So as you can see, it lights up pretty well. You stick it in your purse, you stick it in your bag. If you go hiking, it's just one of those other extra security measures that you might hang
Yeah.
on to
Yeah.
in case.
It's always good to have a
you need it,
flashlight in your
yeah.
pocket. I'm one of those everyday carry guys. It seems like I'm always carrying something that's going to be.
Well, see, but that would be the kind of thing that somebody would keep because, it has a useful value, almost regardless. So I've had people say, well, I don't want your name on my T-shirt or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that. But that would go in a purse. That's something
Coat
people
pocket.
would keep
Yeah.
regardless of that.
Yeah.
It's that ongoing reminder that they're not going to keep your business card and, along with them, but they are going to keep and see that.
Yep. So going back to outside of BNI, did you do any? You do a lot of other networking. What got you into the other networking? Was it BNI that kind of got you started?
Yeah,
or?
pretty much.
Okay. So the magic
Local
of it?
First and BNI were the first two that I joined.
Okay.
And then immediately after, we joined the Ore Valley Chamber and the Marana Chamber, and I'm a member of BBB, the Better Business Bureau.
You're also on the board of the Oro Valley. I'm sorry, Marana.
I am on the board of the Marana Chamber, former chairperson,
Oh, nice. Okay.
and was also on the board for the Ore Valley Chamber. So
Okay.
did sit on a nonprofit board for a little bit, probably kind of looking to see which one I want to join next.
Okay.
But
How was being on the board of a chamber help you?
it's good. Both chambers, the boards get along real well together and real well with the employees. So that's important. And that's, for not to toot our own horn, but we've just passed 750 members at the Marana Chamber.
Right.
So
400.
750.
700. That's right.
That's
I'm
the
sorry.
That's the fastest
was-
one. Period.
I think it was 400 when I joined a couple years ago.
Yeah,
So
just a year ago, it was 650. So
Yeah.
in a year, we've
almost
gained
doubled in size.
100.
Yeah.
But I also think it speaks to the recognition that you need to be part of something. I mean, for a long time, chamber was kind of like, you check the box, yeah, we're a member of the chamber. I don't think that's the case now. I think everyone now is looking to mine opportunities in their own backyard. Yeah. And most do a very poor job of it. They'll go, they'll chase something 5 states away and leave this opportunity that's next door.
Right.
And I think that's why people are buying into the chambers and they're buying into BNIs and a lot of these, local, Rotaries and Kiwanuses and these local groups because they want to have a footprint right in their own backyard.
Yep.
Well, a lot of businesses too will open up. And in the past, it was, hey, let's get our name in the phone book and maybe we'll run a press release that we're open and we're going to have this retail location. People are going to walk by, then they're going to come in.
That's not going to happen.
That's not how business is done anymore.
Yeah.
Nope.
So being involved in the community, spreading the name of your company around, that helps.
Yeah, being out in the world.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Speaking of spreading the name of a company around, we're going to take another quick break hear from our sponsor.
The Tucson Network Kings podcast is brought to you by Sarah Saunders, your local Tucson native real estate advisor with Russ Lyon Sotheby's International Realty, where luxury is an experience, not just a price point. Feel welcome to contact Sarah today at 520-305-6974. Arizona license SA 708-354-000.
All right, we are back with Gordy and Don and
Jeff.
I know. I was making it dramatic. I was
You call me
Jeff
Lady Baba.
Saunders.
You were dramatic.
With Jeff Saunders from Lady Baba Does Promo. So, Jeff, want to thank you for bringing the basket in and, hope, if you want to leave it, it's okay. But no, just kidding. We know you're heading to a networking event, and it's going to be one heck of a door prize tonight. So let's go talk a little bit about what you do and how that goes with networking. So what's the most frustrating thing in your business, in your industry when it comes to?
Don just kind of brought it up just a minute ago, and that is, people are so quick to, when they need a service or a product, to go online, to go to that company and look up something. Right. So, there's a lot of businesses here in Tucson, and I always suggest maybe trying them first before you jump to go to, an out-of-state retailer. Because guess what? The so-and-sos of the world, without jumping on the name, they're never going to do business with you.
That's true.
So why do business with them?
Yeah. That's true.
Over and over, we send these companies.
And then I got to see you when I find that crazy fancy little thing that nobody else has in China.
That's right. And that's fine. I don't have that.
So. But there's got to be some thought that goes into it. A lot of times, I've had people say trinkets and trash, and that just irritates me because I don't.
I say that a lot too.
Well,
but some of it is. Well, you don't want it to end up in a trash can.
I think, but when you look at the advertising specialty part of it, it's a little billboard. And to me, it's almost like the same thought should go into this because you're giving it to someone with the hopes that they keep it. There should be some thought. Like that journal is fabulous because it looks like a present. When you get it, you're going to keep it. It looks like it's meaningful, and because you get that feeling of value, that substance, as opposed to a keychain or something like that. But that's what they're going to sell you. That's what China wants to sell you 5,000 of those for $40, right? And you're like, oh my God, I'm getting a great deal.
Yeah.
They give it to you. Oh, how nice.
Exactly.
So what? If you could give a networking tip with all your years of networking, what's a networking tip that you would give?
Build the relationship first.
Bingo. That's
and
the main thing.
Don't sell at a mixer.
Okay.
Okay. If somebody asks you and you want to, reply back with what you have, that's great. But I don't go into an event and say, you have to have these.
Yeah, you got to start.
This is a must-have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's just not the way to sell any type of business.
All right.
Really. People have a limited amount of time at networking events, so they don't want to spend 15 minutes learning about what to do with their 401k.
That's true.
So when it's better to know a guy when you need them than to be the guy that is always in their face, or a gal that's always in their face, and oh gosh, here he comes. I'm gonna have to buy something from this guy or tell him no. You don't want that when you're out networking. You just, how's the weather? How's everything going? Your family good?
Okay.
What are you doing for fun right now?
Okay.
Well, just top of mind.
Keep it light.
Yeah. Just seeing.
Create that relationship, that connection first, and then.
Yes.
And do you ever worry about, not worry, but me personally, I try to find out what's going on and then how I can connect them with someone else first.
Absolutely.
And then I think Don from episode 1 had a great, we'll bring that tip up from episode 1, the business card tip. You want to go ahead and share that, Don?
Those that always ask for 2.
Yes.
Yeah. So if I'm meeting someone, I'll ask for 2 cards. One will be for me. And then my goal is one of the cards that I have to give to someone else that would have a reasonable opportunity to use you. And really, I do it to be, obviously generous to that person, but in reality, it's the same way for them. I'm giving them 2 cards, one of which I hope they keep, one of which I hope they give to someone right here. And sometimes you'll actually grab the person and be like, hey, come here. I want to introduce you to this person here. But it's a matter of visibility. Yeah. Most people, when we autopsy why people don't go to events, and I often, it's more of a situation where well, I'm not going to know anybody, or it's too far away, or, I don't want to do this. And then you realize you lost this wonderful opportunity to now meet people that you never knew existed and didn't know you existed either. So always grab 2. One I keep, one I'm going to try to give to somebody else.
Yep, exactly. A good tip.
Yep.
Any, besides the whole, sell me that, or let me sell you this, what are some networking fails that you've seen?
I guess the big one is the person who just gives away a bunch of cards and just And then, the two of you are looking at like, who's this guy?
Yeah. And then doesn't show up for another 6 months. And,
Yeah. And that's not how networking works.
Right. Okay.
Most of the time, your service or your product, it needs 5, 6, 7 touches before people are going to remember you or remember what you do.
Okay.
And then too, like Don said, at a networking mixer, if they're new and they're, like a new chamber member or a new BNI member, hey, who are you looking to meet? Who can I introduce you to?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I feel that that's one of the best ways for me to promote and to give back, that giver's gain, is to make those introductions of the people they don't know. I mean, you, Gordy, I've been out networking for 13 solid years now.
Right.
And I've met a lot of people. So I don't mind making that introduction. That's easy, especially if I think it's going to be beneficial for both of them.
For both of them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What's the worst gift you can leave behind?
I don't like gift cards and I don't like wine.
Okay.
Not everybody drinks.
Right. I've got probably 3 bottles.
And 2, when it's consumed or you use the gift card up, it's gone and there's no reoccurring impressions.
That is true.
I mean, could somebody say, "Oh yeah, I remember I got a gift card to Dominic's from Gordy, and now every time I think of Dominic's, I'm going to think of Gordy." That might happen, but
but probably not.
The sunshade in your window,
Okay.
they're going to remember who gave them that.
Absolutely.
Because they're going to walk to their car every day.
Yep.
They're going to put that up every time they make a stop.
Yep.
So
That's a great tip. That's a great tip. How can people get a hold of you?
it's easy. My cell phone is the only number that I have. It's 520-419-5882. A call or a text is great. And my email, which is very similar to my website, is jeff@ladybabadospromo.com.
Awesome.
Or just go to a mixer. Chances are I'm
Jeff
there.
I'm going to be there anyway. Yeah.
Good-looking bald guy with a beard. Lots of them out there.
There is. It's an epidemic.
All right. Well, Jeff, thank you very much for your time coming in
Absolutely.
here.
Thank
I know
you so much.
you're going to run out of here as well as I am to get to that other thing. So
Yeah.
Excellent.
thank you again. And just want to say, stay connected, everybody.
You've just experienced the Tucson NetworKings podcast. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe for more great tips about networking in Southern Arizona. If you'd like to leave a question, comment, or future topic, you can email them to TucsonNetworKings@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to know more about all of the networking events happening in town, make sure and check out networkingtucson.com. That's networkingtucson.com. Know where to go.